Hello everyone. This is the first video for this week and we are studying chapter 14 light. So in this video we'll be talking of the concave mirror. So let us start. So first of all, what is a concave mirror? It is a curved mirror that is bended inwards. You can see that these surfaces are bended inwards. These mirrors are called converging mirrors because they collect light that falls on them, refocusing the parallel rays towards a focus. They reflect light to one focal point, therefore they are also used to focus light. From a distance, the images will appear upside down in a concave mirror, but when brought nearer, images become larger in size and appears right side up. So next we are going to study image formation by concave mirror. So first of all, we should know the principle behind tracing the image, principle behind focusing or formation of image in concave and convex mirrors both. So for that we need to know three of the rays. First of all, rays traveling parallel to the principal axis, that is the ray that will be always parallel to the principal axis. Second, ray passing through the focus, and third one is the ray passing through the center of curvature. These are the three rays that we will be considering whenever we will be drawing ray diagrams. So let us talk of these images one by one. First of all, these rays one by one. So the ray that will be parallel to the principal axis, this is the incident ray that is parallel to the principal axis. So after being reflected, you can see that it is passing through the focus. So always whenever a ray will be parallel to principal axis, after being reflected or on being reflected, it will pass through the focus. Rays passing through the principal focus, the incident ray, if it is passing through the principal focus, will become parallel to principal axis after reflection. So in this image also you can see the same thing happening. This incident ray is passing through the focus. So after being reflected, it is becoming parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis, this one. So you can see that the rays are becoming parallel to the principal axis. Third one, the ray passing through the center of curvature are reflected back along their own paths because they are normal to the mirror. So if a ray is passing through the center of curvature, so since it is falling at 90 degree to the surface of the mirror, so it will be retracing its own path. So these are the three rays that we will be considering whenever we will be drawing ray diagrams. So now let us draw a ray diagram for an object beyond C first of all, that is object is beyond center of curvature. So two rays will be considering, the three rays, not two but three rays. So first I am parallel to the principal axis, so always draw me first. So the first ray that will be drawn will be the ray that will be parallel to the principal axis. So what will happen? We have seen that it will always pass through focus. For me, I pass through the focus first. This ray will be passing through the focus, so it will become parallel to the principal axis, and third ray will be passing through the center of curvature. Where are all these three rays meeting? You can see they are meeting between center of curvature and focus. So the image will be formed at this point only where these rays are meeting. So what will the nature of image be? You can see that the image is inverted. It is smaller than the object, and since it is in front of the mirror, so it is real. So real, inverted and smaller than the object image is formed. Now let us draw a ray diagram for an object exactly at C, that is at center of curvature. So again same rays will be drawn, and you can see that these rays are coming and meeting at C only. The reflected rays for the rays will be meeting at C only. So here the image of the object will be of course inverted, real, and the size will be the same. That is, if the object will be kept at center of curvature, then the size of the image will be same. When it was beyond center of curvature, the size was smaller. So you can see what is happening to the size of the image when it is moving closer to the mirror. Moving on, now the object is between C and F. That is, the object has now come more closer to the mirror. So in this case what will happen? That the reflected rays will meet beyond C. The reflected rays you can see are meeting beyond C. So the nature of the image that will be formed again will be inverted, real, but the size of the image will be larger than the object. The size will become now larger. As the object is moving closer to the mirror, the size of the image is becoming larger. Now let us draw a ray diagram for an object exactly at F. So when the object will be kept at F, that is at focus, the image will be formed at infinity, because the rays are not actually meeting, but it seems that they will meet somewhere at infinity. So now when the ray diagram for object between focus and pole, so here in this case, this is an exceptional case. What happens is that in this case, the image that will be formed by a concave mirror will become virtual and erect. This is an exceptional case when the in case of concave mirror, a virtual image is formed. Otherwise, for concave mirrors, always real and inverted images will be formed. So here you can see it is a summary of the images formed by concave mirror when the object will be at infinity, when the object will be beyond C, when the object is at C, when the object is between C and F, when the object is at F, and when the object is between F and P. So please go through the ray diagrams, draw the ray diagrams at home yourself also, and please find out what type of images are formed when the objects are placed at different positions. For this video, now we are going to study the applications of the concave mirrors. So since concave mirrors are converging the light rays, so they are used as searchlight or car headlights, because they radiate light rays from focus to parallel rays are obtained. Satellite dish, TV dish receives parallel rays and reflects them to focus where wave detector is converging again. Cosmetic mirrors, because large and virtual images provide magnified face. It is also used in solar furnace. Dentists also use concave mirrors to see a large images of the teeth of the patients. In doctors, head mirror to examine throat and ear, and also in ophthalmoscope to examine pupil of patient's eye. There are some other uses also of concave mirrors. They are also used in telescopes. They are also used to provide magnified image of the face for applying makeup or shaving. They are used by the dentist to see larger image of the patient teeth, and it is also used to see larger image anywhere of the object. So students, this is all for this video about concave mirrors. Next video will be studying about convex mirrors. So thank you so much to students.